Okay, I'm gonna kick this off and make this real short and sweet so nobody has to be in here for longer than they want to be. Okay? Okay. Look, the show kicked off with a little trickery and a little fun. Okay, Von Wagner and Robert Stone decided to attack Noam Dar and Oro Mensah right when they was in there warming up for their match. The match was up first. Now they got the sneak attack on the kids, took them out there. The kids tried to split up Lash and Jakara. They did. It worked a little bit for the most part. Robert Stone did excellent in this match, honey. He was giving all of the feels. I said, damn, Robert, got your hair down and shit. I see why your wife gave you them kids. I see why. Okay, I see why. I can see why, Robert. I understand it. Your body ain't bad. You got a nice body, okay? Your hair look nice when it's down. I like it better when it's down because when it's up, it's weird. But when you really showing all your shit, like when you show off, Robert. I was like, you better go ahead. You better show them you know how to wrestle. The fuck? Robert and Von Wagner worked very well together, honey. And Von Wagner was out there doing high knees and jumping and flipping and shit. Von Wagner was giving you all the feels. And I ain't gonna lie, I was giving Von Wagner all of the shade when he was first coming around. But WWE know how to structure shit so people grow on you, bitch. But any whoosies, child. Look, they did an excellent job, but ultimately Noam Dar and fucking Oro won the match. I can't tell you why. It really don't matter. They won the match. I guess they felt, it was necessary for them to win against Wagner and Robert Stone. I mean, quite frankly, Robert and Wagner haven't been on TV in months. You know what I'm saying? Ain't been on TV in months. I ain't seen a television in months. So I was confused. I was like, okay, girl, do you? I guess. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you happy, sweetheart. So that's what they did. They went on ahead and had them win. And I said, okay, great. So then we move on to the next match. It was a couple matches on this card. So let me just get into it. Who do they have up next? Gallus. The gauntlet match was up next. Now I don't have the little info card for that. I don't have the graphic for that because child, I ain't got it. Hey Don. Hey to y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, what's up? All right, so we're gonna finish this out. I promise you I'm not gonna keep y'all long. While NXT was very good today, it wasn't dragging. It moves very quickly. Okay, so the gauntlet match came up next. And Ridge Holland held his own against all three of the motherfuckers. But once they realized that they was getting ready to start losing, Joe Coffey, let me tell y'all something else. Joe Coffey is big as shit for no fucking reason. I don't know what the fuck he been eating, but I feel like that little motherfucker's been eating children for the last couple of weeks because his ass is real thick. Titties wise, back, ass, arms, he is real fucking big. Okay, he is big as shit for no reason. And I was like, where the fuck did this big bitch come from? What is this? Where have you been in? Are you taking them same PEs that Tristan Thompson was taking? Is you out here fucking up shit? Cause you better go on somewhere with your bullshit, Joe Coffey. Go on somewhere now. Girl, let me tell you. So Joe Coffey and them had a match with Ridge. Ridge held his own against all three. But when it came down to him getting ready to beat Mark, Joe came in there and took him out, and the ref called the match and changed it. So Joe, Mark, and I don't know who that big bitch in their group. I don't know his name, but all three of them beat up. Is his name Wolfgang? Okay, whatever. Wolfgang, Joe, and Mark beat up Ridge, and Ridge went. They tried to use a chair, but Ridge got the chair and started beating the hell out of everybody, and he just went into a full rage. And as he was beating them up, he was just like, he almost came back to himself and was like, what am I doing? I don't want to do this. I was like, hell no, whoop they ass. Look, Ridge Holland, I know you probably not gonna hear me, but bitch, let me tell you something. You don't let nobody whoop your ass like that and then calm down on the ass whooping because you don't want nobody to perceive you to be a monster. Fuck that. Embrace your rage, okay? Whoop their ass, okay? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me because the motherfucker gonna try you every day. And you gotta show people that you are not about to be played with. You are not one to be fucked with. Your ass is too motherfucking big to be letting bitches punk you out like this, okay? You whoop their ass every time they come near you. You whoop their ass. And if it means that you be, I don't injure people. No, you whoop people's asses who deserve it. You do that. And they damn sure deserved it. You be getting your ass whooped for almost a month. At this point, I expect you to kill them. Okay? Kill their asses. That's how you do that. Fuck it. All right, that's the end of that. I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to see you crying, talking about this is not who you are. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it, Ridge. Whoop their ass. Damn that other shit. We don't have time for that. Life is too motherfucking short. The motherfuckers is jumping on you all day, and you sitting up here worried about whether the world perceive you as a monster. Bitch, I am. Dungeon Dragon, bitch. I'm a monster. What are you gonna do? You can either slay me or keep it pushing, bitch. That's just the way it is. Now what? Because I'm tired. I'm tired of it. He said I'm an ogre. I'm an ogre.
Stupid.
He said I'm an ogre. And then he put roar in the damn green.
Stupid. Just stupid.
I'm upset because I don't like nobody getting punked out like that. I don't like that. Embrace your rage and whoop their ass. That's the end of that. For real. Stop letting them punk you out like that. That's a mess. He took that from Shrek. Cause that's what Donkey said when Shrek was telling a real smooth Shrek. Mm-hmm. It's from the second Shrek. When Shrek and Fiona be fighting because Shrek don't want to be around her family and her family don't like him. Mm-hmm. Child, Shrek get you together. They be telling all your life stories and how your husband's in-laws don't like you and shit. I don't give a damn. I don't give a shit. I don't care. That's my damn husband. Go find you one or stop cheating on yours. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Jerry. I didn't do nothing. I do nothing. Okay? I'm not on the cocaine. I do nothing. I didn't start nothing. Anyway, let me mind my business. What did Pat say? I heard Pat say a lot of things last night. So, fuck you, Nicole. I can't stand her. Me hit that Latino. I don't even know if she yelled that today. Did she yell that today?
If she did, I don't know.
Oh, God. He said, tough it up. We're at war. Bitch, we are. Ain't no way. I would have never. They had to pull me off of them. Okay? But anyways, let us move on. Because we had that. Then we had a little break. Noam Dar and them was back there. And I was in the bathroom and I came back. And the No Catch Corner crew was back there admiring Noam Dar's trophy. Okay? And Noam and them was like, you ain't gonna never get a chance to look at it. You ain't gonna never get a chance to hold it. And I got a sneaking suspicion they're gonna end up giving that damn trophy to one of them motherfuckers. If it ain't Charlie, it's more than likely gonna be Drew. Cause that tiny ball bitch that's with them, that's Gable Stevenson's brother, he ain't about shit. And unfortunately for Miles ain't built up enough character to hold no championship yet. So it's gotta be Charlie or Drew that's probably gonna end up holding it. Oh, she ain't yelling today? Shocker. She was too busy in there shaking ass, honey. Alexa play This Is War by 30 Seconds to Mars. He said that soon Valhalla's dress will harden and turn into antlers, so she won't have to wear the.
Mm.
Oh, she don't wash her ass so. Right, it ain't finna be Vanilla Bean or Bowling Ball, so it's gotta be Drew, most definitely. She got ass. She she got ass, but that's all she was doing. She had a pretty decent match with Tatum today, I'll tell you that. Um, but for whatever reason, WWE did not want to put that up there. They did put their match up there. But Tatum went up against Lola Vice today, and pretty much Lola did pretty good in that match. Tatum did really good in that match. Lyra came out there to kind of help cheer her on and to go, get her hyped up. And for the most part, it was working because Tatum was able to wiggle her way out of every move that Lola came up with, but then she locked her into this submission and she just could not reach the ropes enough to pull herself out of it. So she ended up tapping and Lola won the match. All Lola did afterwards was standing in the middle of the ring and swivel her hips and dance and then try to look evil or like strong in the end and was yelling obscenities in Spanish to the girl and then stood in the middle of the ring and started dancing. I don't like it because it's like it don't fit. If it makes sense to me, I wouldn't say nothing about it. I would just be cracking on her like I do fuck ass Kiana, okay? But the problem with Lola is that Lola has two sides. She want to be this dancey, flirty Latina and then turn around and be a vicious assassin at the same time. While it is possible, entirely possible for you to exist as both, you have to know when to pull the right version of that character out. And in my opinion, if you're going to be the kind of character that is going to be in attack mode like she does when she starts wrestling, she gets into full fight mode, then you need to stay that way. I mean, you can come out and have a little sexiness to you, but when you win, girl, I don't need to see you in the middle of the ring dancing like you finna go around to the next finna be the next America's like you finna be the next Dancing with the Stars winner. No, ma'am. Like I need you to live in your truth. This is not Instagram. You cannot be out here dancing like this. It don't fit. None of it fits. It's not fitting together. It just looks really odd to me. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. And a lot of people love her, and I just be like, what is going on here? Because you're coming across in one part as being like this really super strong former UFC fighter, which makes sense by the way you wrestle in the ring. Okay. But then when you come out and you dancing. You dancing to the ring. This shit makes sense for somebody like Brindley. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense for somebody else. It don't make sense for you because the two don't wash. Like that shit don't mesh well together. It just throws me off because I don't know what bag you coming out of, Bo. And I'm like, it's not a good thing. Like with Tatum crazy. We know Tatum crazy, right? We can see it, we understand it, but you don't know what type of bag she gonna come out of. Why? Because she crazy. Not because she coming in the ring dancing like she finna win the next so you think it can dance fucking competition, and then she turn around and turn into a motherfucking prize fighter in the middle of the ring. Tell me how that makes sense. It don't make sense, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nicole says she a 3-in-1 shampoo ass gimmick. Shit is messy. It just It clashes for me. It clashes, and I just don't get it. I'm not, it's not coming in. And I'm just like, somebody gonna have to explain it to me because I'm not catching it. I'm not. Now at the top of the hour, he said the song needs to change and you gonna dance, bitch. You need the salsa and hit like like Summer used to. I'm okay. You know what, Don? I am okay with her swiveling her hips the way she do and coming out to the ring. But she gives off a vibe when she gets in the ring like she is. I don't know how to fucking explain it. She goes from professional dancer or just a dancer, period, to a goddamn to a UFC fighter, and it don't work. I don't like it. But it worked for Summer because Summer can speak. It worked for Summer because that was Summer's gimmick. She didn't go from being a dancer to then going in there and being a UFC fighter. She was not in there trying to fight you like y'all boxing. That's not what happened. Like, she gotta pick a struggle. She can walk to the ring and be sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'll give Nikita. We give Nikita a lot of flack, but she give what she is from the moment you see her to the moment she get in the ring. She ain't trying to be nothing else but her kickboxing white girl cultural appropriating self. She giving you all of that from the very beginning to the end. That's what you get. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Summer used to hit them counts. Okay. Okay. Every 8 count, she was on time. Yes, no transition between the two. There is none. And that's what I'm saying. It's too staunch of a contrast in characters for me to digest. It just looks weird to me. And I don't understand it. She said Lola can be like Fandango. I think she should go with the UFC route. I think she should go that route. Like I said, she could be strong, she could be feminine, she could be sexy. She can exert herself as the best Latina on the roster, and I don't have a problem with that. But it just the two characters she got, it's two of them, and they ain't meshing well. He said, "Get her a man that can dance, no more that hip swerving shit, child." All right. So let's move on to the next match. Okay. Or the next one I can remember. So Jada Parker went up against Adriana Rizzo. Okay. I like this match a lot. Um, I like Adriana. I like her because as much as she be talking like she is straight from the mob movies, she give what she's supposed to give too. She not trying to be anything separate than what she is. She knows that she's an enforcer. She operates as one. She moves like one and she talks like one. And I'm totally okay with that. Now, Jada Parker, we know what Jada Parker is. Jada Parker is the girl. You know, she's got all your street cred, right? She's got everything to it. And I told y'all that she would work being in OTM. And I'm gonna get on some other shit in a minute too. All right. Because these two had a decent match with each other, and Jada Parker did end up beating Rizzo. Where I think that they lacked is the structure of their match actually having more nuance to it. So when it got to the middle part of the match, where Rizzo was like kind of getting to the point where she was like pumping herself up to keep going, that's where the match kind of lost a little bit of its stride. There were multiple moves that were redone over and over again. And I felt like with these two girls being noobs, they didn't have to showcase a lot, but they could have done a little bit more. I would have liked to have seen the ropes run a little bit more. Maybe Jada do a fireman's carry. Sidewalk slam, something, because she has the strength to be able to do it. And Adriana is quite small compared to need some help? Okay. Adriana is quite small compared to Rizzo. So I felt like they could have just did a little bit more in their match. Overall though, I would say it was pretty good. You'll use that for your game. All right. They were pretty good overall in their match. I am curious to see where Jada Parker can go. She really is going to be good. And I like her character. It's given very much hood girl with a lot of swag. And I like it. I fucks with it because she reminds me of the bitches we used to roll with back in the day when we was when we was kids. Don't she remind you of somebody?
Yep.
So I love it. I loved every minute of it. So congratulations to you, Miss Parker. Miss Parker won her first match on TV on the NXT. She's won on Level Up before, but she hasn't won on NXT yet. And I kind of figured since the family beat them at Vengeance Day that Jada was gonna beat Rizzo tonight. So congratulations to her on that. Okay. So let's move into the other women's match that happened on the show. We had fuck ass Kiana and her black eyebrows going up against what's her name? Brinley Reese? Is that her name, babe?
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
Brinley.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. It's Brinley Reese. Okay, so Brinley Reese and Kiana had a decent match too, but that cat lady she had out there with her dressed like she was wearing her husband nightshirt and a bra. Y'all, let me tell you something. I didn't have a problem with this match, but I wish that it was just a little bit easier for them to do. I feel like Kiana, as much potential as Kiana has, and as great as she is, a lot of the cheating and shit that she does is unnecessary. She could win a match all on her own. She does not need Izzy's help in order to do that. And it just makes me, it turns me off to her because it don't have to be that way. And I really, really hate that it is like that with her because Kiana's good. And y'all know I don't give fuck ass Kiana no fucking play. But I don't take away from her in ring capability or what she is capable of. And she's one of the best unsung heroes of that roster right now. And if we are being fair, Kiana could have gotten the slot that Tiffany got and would have been on the main roster by now. Okay, they had a ready built heel in Kiana. She was already ready to go. She already had championship caliber. She would have been a good heel champion to transition into for Lyra, and she could have been the one on the main roster right now because she doesn't have a gimmick that looks like anybody else. Tiffany is a carbon copy of Charlotte, and we all know it. She's just a mean girl version of her. Now, I'm not saying anything disrespectful about Tiffany. I'm just saying that while Tiffany Stratton had to get herself together to get to this point, Kiana didn't. Kiana was already set. Her match skills were impeccable. She was already ready to go. And if it was me and I was in there, I would have pulled Kiana up to be champion before Tiffany Stratton would have been champion. And that's just the truth. Okay. But child, ultimately Brentley could not, best the two of them, and she ended up losing to fuck ass Kiana. I didn't like that idea. I'm not a big fan of it, but it is what it is, babes. It happened. Nothing we can do about it. And we just had to leave it where it is, child. And let us move on. All right. Let us move on. Let us pray. Let's move into the men's, okay? So let's talk about Obafemi. Obafemi came out there and was talking his shit. His fine ass was out there talking and was like, basically he was just like, who is gonna be my next opponent or whatever. And Lexus King came out there. Now prior to that, Lexus King was in the back. He ended up coming across who? Who did he talk to? Huh? Who you calling? He ended up talking to somebody. I can't remember who he was talking to. But Lexus King was in the back. Oh, he was talking to Robert Stone and Von Wagner. And he was telling him, Robert Stone, how he can, his kids can finally look up to a hero. and he could look up to him because he's great with kids. He's a good role model or whatever. And I was like, okay, bitch, slimy ass pickle juice smelling bitch. We know you, honey. We get it. Anyways, so
What else
while
you
Oprah
got,
was
though?
out there, while Oprah was out there cutting his promo and big himself up for being the king. Okay, he said when the prophecy speaks, it is what it is. There's no denying the prophetic. There's no denying that Obafemi was a part of the prophecy, that he was a part of the game. There's no denying that, okay? And Oprah was like, listen, my prophetic prowess is never denied, okay? It's always on top. Anyways, Lexus King came out there and was like, basically, the only reason why you won is because I gave Dragon lead and got him and softened him up. So while you sitting up here cheering and patting yourself on the back, you need to be giving me, Lexus King, the king, all your accolades and give me a shot at your title. They started tussling and fighting, and Obafemi almost got his ass, and Lexus weasel his way out the ring. And that's when Obafemi was just telling him, like, who the hell you think you are just coming in here trying to put your hands on me? You goofy bitch. What is this? So we probably gonna see a match between him and Obafemi next week, with what I saw was announced at the end of the show. So there's that. Okay, now Carmelo, hey Carmelo. Carmelo had a match with Joe Gacy today. Now this all stemmed from last week because after the show went off the air, after Joe Gacy had cost Dijak his match, Joe Gacy had his punching glove in the air, looking like he was taking pictures of everybody with it. And that's when Carmelo went out there and attacked him and beat the hell out of Joe Gacy. This was after the attack on Ilya Dragunov, who had a few choice words for Carmelo. He said, Carmelo, you talking all this shit when I'm not there and I'm at home visiting my son. But don't make no mistake, I ain't never been no bitch. Okay? So when I get my ass back to the States, it's gonna be me and you, son. We're gonna have a little conversation. Okay? Carmelo, he wasn't trying to hear it. He was out there soaking up all of the hate that everybody had towards him. Okay. He was living in it. He was soaking it up, honey. Came out there and they was booing him. He just winking and smiling. I was like, you better go somewhere. You better go now. So anyway, hold tight, y'all.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it.
If I ever heard one, and I'm still here outside, front line, south side. I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me.
Okay. So Joe Gacy and Carmelo's match went on. All right. And they decided the match was decided and Carmelo ended up winning. Throughout this match, Joe Gacy was giving Carmelo the blues. Carmelo has a bruise on his face from fighting Joe Gacy. I think it was just a little too stiff for him, but him and Joe Gacy was going at it in this match. All right. Ultimately, Carmelo was able to pick up the win over Joe Gacy, which he didn't have a problem with because he was damn sure cheesing and smiling about it. Was this after the accident or before?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
I
Anyway,
hope it was after.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. They said he was never walk again or act again because of that accident.
Yeah.
Poor Jeremy Renner. Anyways, y'all. So Carmelo left, left the ring and left Joe Gacy in there while Dijak got in the ring and pretty much beat the hell out of Joe Gacy, put him in a straitjacket, and then beat the hell out of him with the straitjacket. He almost told him Timberland boots up he had on. But I don't think they was Tim's. I think they was the knockoffs. The knockoff Timberland boots, Jared. The kind that don't have a tree on the side.
No, those was Tim's.
I didn't see that tree on the side.
I did. There was,
you saw it?
They were black suede, 6 inches.
I think they were fake.
You just being real petty. Just because he don't know how to wear the boot right don't mean the shoe wasn't real.
He walked on the inside of a boot. How do you do that?
His feet fucked up. He can't help it.
He can help it. He can help it. Go fix your damn feet.
I would say something about the new books, but that shit was fake. So
you talking about the Young Bucks?
Yeah, when they was walking around with them damn Dior ones on.
Now they wearing suits and shit. They look like little kids in suits.
That's because they was calling their ass because they was walking around with them fucking Jordans on.
They look like little kids in suits with mutton chop. I wish I had a picture I can show you what I was talking about. But anyways, Dijak beat the hell out of Joe Gacy while he was in that straitjacket. And Joe Gacy ain't give a fuck. Joe Gacy sat there in that straitjacket and was laughing and cheesing and joking the whole time he had it on, child. He ain't care. That's why I was like, you ain't doing nothing but giving him what he want. Right. Shit. You ain't heard that bad. Now, let me see what else happened. I talked about the gauntlet match. I talked about the yeah, so the last match of the night. Now, earlier in the night, we had a conversation between the Don and that guy that is a lawyer. What's his name? Luciano? Is that his name? The attorney that was in the breakout tournament. He was talking to the Don and he was like, you was goaded into this match. I could help you out if something should happen when you lose. And I told y'all a few weeks ago that they needed to add him to this group because he would fit. He could be a nice little Saul type character. You know what I'm saying? Like Saul from Breaking Bad. Mm-hmm. I told y'all every time I be calling it, I've been on it. Or for the last couple of months, I've been on it. I've been seeing them put the people together before they even do it. Jada Parker, I had her put with OTM months ahead before they even thought about it. Okay, I had Luciano. Is that his name? Let me see.
I think so.
It's Luca. It's Luca Crucifino. I had him pegged to go with the family a long time ago, and I told y'all that he would be a good fit because he wasn't doing nothing. Put him with them; he would work. You could have had them two. You could have had the underboss Stacks and Luca as a tag team, and had the Don going after the NXT Championship. That would add another person that could go up against Ilya if you're not going to give that title to Trick or to what's his face? What is his name? Carmelo. Okay? Been telling y'all. So listen, he sat down and told him, like, hey, you need to, talk about this. I'll come back and we got a deal. And the Don shook his hand and said, we're gonna talk more about it. Now they went out there and had their match, and Braun and Baron Corbin are the new tag team champions. They won. And I don't understand why per se, but I feel like Brian and Baron are going to drop those titles back to the family either at Roadblock or at Stand and Deliver. They're not going to keep those titles past Stand and Deliver and Mania because logically it just don't make sense. Why offer Baron or Brian Breaker contracts for Raw and SmackDown when he's gonna still be gone for months at a time? He's gonna sign that contract probably around the time that they start to do what's wrong.
Lots of things that just take on that alone.
Probably around the time that they start to do, I guess you could say the draft, because they said they want to do something like a draft for NXT, I mean for Raw and SmackDown, which to me would make no sense because you just signed all these new people, 2 slots on SmackDown and Raw. Those people should be exempt from the draft since you just signed them. But you know how WWE is. Everybody's up for grabs, and then they go and pick the same people they just signed 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. Anyways, that's how the show went off. But I will say this: the match between the family and Braun and Baron was very good. The boys put on a very good match. We loved it. Okay, it was very good. Now, what we got in terms of backstage stuff was Lyra carried Tatum to the back to kind of help her out because Tatum ain't got nobody there, no way. And Shotzi pulled up, and Shotzi like, "Now we ain't trading no more blows on social media. It's either we gonna work this out in the ring or we ain't." And Lyra said, "My sentiments exactly." She was like, "So what we need to do this?" And Shotzi was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I went and talked to Ava and she sanctioned it as long as you're cool with it." And she was like, "Oh, I'm very good with it. I'm glad you went and took some initiative. Now you can stop talking shit and we can handle this shit one-on-one." And Shotzi was like, "Oh, don't worry about it because I plan on walking into Elimination Chamber as the new NXT Women's Champion." And Lyra was like, "No, you're gonna be walking into the Elimination Chamber with nothing, baby. You're gonna be naked. You're not gonna have my championship." So the girls was ready, okay? And of course, Tatum was playing possum, laying there. And she was like, "So next week we got Shotzi?" "Yeah. Okay, girl." She was like, "We don't have nothing." She was like, "I think we do. We do have Shotzi next week. That's what you just said." She was like, "Oh my God." So after that, you had Lash, Jakara, Carmen, uh Brindley was preparing for her match with Kiana, and you had Kaylani. So Lash and Jakara come walking up, hollering and screaming like some ghetto hood rats, sitting up there looking like the vampire in Brooklyn. I don't know what's going on with Lash's wig, but this wig she had on today looked just like the wig that Eddie Murphy was wearing in the Vampire in Brooklyn movie. Stop playing with me because it did. It's not a dig at her. It's a dig at her hair. Y'all can get mad all you want to. I don't care. That's what it looked like. So they back there, they having a conversation, and she was like, "Oh, what did you say last week? Because fear, you can't wear fear as a crown or something like that." And she was like, Lash is real interesting that you all up in my six like this because you just mad because nobody has you on their radar as a threat. She said she came at me. I didn't come at her. You mad because Kiana poses me as a threat? Maybe that should tell you something. And I was like, "Oh, not you getting read politely and nastily on TV, girl." Girl, she tore your ass up and it was so nice, nasty. Oh my God. They said, "Bless you, Jared."
Thank you.
So we had that little interaction, which was cute because them two deserved it. They should have been minding their fucking business. It's about time people start minding their business. When nobody's talking to you, babe. No one asked you. No one's talking to you. She didn't even mention your name. The first name she pulled up was Kaylani's. Why? For what? They said Kaylani was the future of NXT. Well, if you're mad about it, do something about it. Be mad at the people who named her to be the future of NXT. Don't be mad at her. She can't help it. Right? Right. Meanwhile, Lash and Jakara been attacking people for a whole 2 years.
It ain't got no damn way.
And ain't got no traction. Ain't never even looked at the tag team titles. Wasn't even considered when the tag team titles was in play in NXT. Girl, y'all kindly could go straight to hell. Okay. Then what else happened after that? I think that was it. I don't think nothing else happened. Oh, Briggs and Jensen. So Brooks Jensen, okay, he walked up while Briggs was back there talking to homeboy with the glasses. And I don't know this boy with the dreadlocks. I ain't never seen him before with the red dreads in his hair. I ain't never seen him. So I don't know who he is. But they was all back there talking about who was going to win between the family and Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. Old boy in the middle was like, "I got my money on Braun and Baron." And then homeboy with the lights was like, "You gonna pick Braun and Baron over the family?" He was like, "What?" So Briggs Well, Jensen walks up, and Jensen was like, "Hey, yo, Briggs, you told me to grow some balls." He was like, "It took you all week to figure that shit out." Bro said, "Think we gonna fight?" They started fighting, child. Hold on. Hello, hello.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desire. Time. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it.
Fair trade to me. If I ever heard one, and I'm still here outside. Front line, south side. I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me.
Rolling 80 wheels into the city. Riding on you. Gotta roll loyalty, gotta give her release. Spread your legs down, down, I'm going up the heat. Hit the road sounds when the rock up in your weed. I'ma roll on the forever, let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in harmony.
A claps. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck is chess games, but shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more purple rain prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment, I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down.
A claps.
Okay. I can't wait until February 15th. Half off of everything. My first love. I can't. Briggs and Jensen got into a fight, so next week they're gonna be fighting. Y'all, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. I will be back Wednesday for Freestyle Wednesday, like we always do. And I'll see y'all then. Y'all have a good night. For those of you who missed it, please go back and watch from the beginning so you can hear the whole show. You can hear everything. I did cover all of the matches that they had today. I will talk to y'all later.